pair of Chinese golden monkeys were loaned to the San Diego Zoo for a 5.5-month period beginning in November 1984. These animals were part of an exchange program with the Chengdu Zoo and had never before been exhibited outside of China. Their behavioral staff at the San Diego Zoo, with the help of Dr. Richard Tanaza from the University of the Pacific, took this rare opportunity to study the behavior of these unique primates. This videotape will show some of the most interesting behaviors that we observed during this study. Social grooming was frequently performed by these animals while they were on exhibit. Unlike most other primates, the female groomed the male during only about 20% of the total grooming sequences. Lip-smacking gestures were often made by the male during grooming. This is a behavior not usually observed in other langur species. The thumb of the golden monkey is quite small compared to the large forefinger used by the male to sort through his partner's fur during grooming. The female usually groomed the male only after he had mounted or groomed her first, although the duration of these grooming bouts were about the same as that of the males. In this feeding sequence, the pair is giving a duet call after the male attempts to grab some browse away from the female. The female just made a vocalization which appears to be an alarm call. This is the only call she makes that is always accompanied by an open mouth and some facial movement. The golden monkeys occasionally threaten visitors with stares and forward-leaning movements. These threat patterns are very similar to that of the Duke langurs of Vietnam. The male has a pair of reddish flaps at the corner of his mouth which are visually quite striking and may also be secretory glands used to mark females of his harem. Golden monkeys are reported to live in small family groups which merge seasonally to form very large groups numbering in the hundreds. The male was often observed bumping his forehead and wiping the side of his face on the female's back. This may be a method of marking her. This crouching posture is used by the female to invite grooming or mating from her partner. In response to an invitation from the female, the male approaches, marks the female, and mates with her.